Hello, I'm Mayor Regina Bailey. Each month we feature a local notable nonprofit. In the following program, City Channel 4 producer Katie Roach will go behind the scenes with this month's pick, the Mission Creek Festival. The Mission Creek Festival is dedicated to inspiring and building Iowa City's artistic community through the exposure of both underground and renowned artists. The annual festival takes over the venues and art spaces of downtown Iowa City, providing an easily navigated nexus of music, literature, and visual arts. Stay tuned to learn more about this month's notable nonprofit, the Mission Creek Festival.
Thanks, Regina. I'm down here at the mill with the guys from the Mission Creek Festival, and we're going to learn a little bit more about what this festival entails and why it was chosen as the Mayor's monthly notable nonprofit. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
My name is Andre Perry.
Craig Ely.
And Todd Olmsted.
Well, thanks for being here today. And Andre, now we obviously don't have a mission district in Iowa City, so can you help us get to the bottom of the name of the festival?
The Mission Creek Festival got its name from a slightly similar festival out in San Francisco, also called the Mission Creek Festival. I used to live in San Francisco, was there for 5 years, and I was a volunteer. I worked with them. That festival has been going for like 12 years out there. And the guy who founded it, when he knew I was moving to Iowa City, he asked, he's like, do you think you want to like put together something like this, kind of like a little sister festival in Iowa City? And I got here and it just seemed like a good idea. Once I moved here, the geography and the community here seemed perfect. So, just shortly after, I moved here, I decided, I'd get this going with the other founder, Tanner, who's not here today, but he and I just kind of brainstormed and said, let's give it a try. And that's what we did. So
the Mission Creek Festival, does it have a similar mission to the one in San Francisco, or what's the mission of this festival? This festival
works on a few levels, and it's for artists and giving artists like a reason to be in all forms of music, especially music and literature and other visual art forms. And it's also for the people of Iowa City, and in like a greater sense, I guess it's for Iowa City itself, kind of like celebrating what we have here in Iowa City and Iowa in the Midwest, and also kind of like celebrating like the possibility of what Iowa City can be.
So tell us what the festival looks like.
It's a 4-day, actually that's a lie. It used to be a 4-day festival. It is now a 5-day festival.
Okay.
It's essentially 6 days now.
Keeps getting bigger as we sit here.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's ever expanding.
So it's a 6-day festival.
It's 5 days officially. It goes from Wednesday through Sunday now.
Okay.
In the first week of April. But the Tuesday before that Wednesday there's a pre-festival party. And so that's really part of the festival. It's March 31st through April 5th now. So yeah, it's several days of entertainment in Iowa City, and basically what happens is the festival takes place in all the venues. So Iowa City becomes this like massive venue with little miniature venues in it. So we use clubs like the Picador, the Mill, Prairie Lights, Public Space One, the IMU, even some house venues like Cave of Spirits. So basically, like Iowa City is like these little like points in which like the festival occurs, and what occurs. There's a lot of music that happens. In the early evening and the late evening. There are readings because literature is a really important part of this festival. Given that Iowa City
makes sense for Iowa City. Yeah.
It's like the literary city. And then we have other like special art events that happen. Like for this year we have film screening that's happening down on University of Iowa's campus.
Very cool. So that's great. So you're not only showcasing all the art, the music, the literature, and the film, but you're showcasing the city itself as a part of the festival.
Entirely. I mean, and I think that's the thing about this festival. It's not the type of thing where you could just throw it down in a field somewhere randomly and then invite all these bands and all these artists to play.
Right.
It has to happen in Iowa City. Iowa City, because of the geography we have here, kind of dictates how it's going to be, and it happens to be a wonderful place to do this.
Yeah, it's a great pedestrian city, so this festival really is a good fit. So great. Well, now the talent, the bands. You're the man with the answers on this. Tell us a little bit about who the acts are this year and kind of how you go about choosing.
This year we were able to go a little bigger than we have in the past, and probably the thing that we're most excited about is the GZA, aka the genius of the Wu-Tang Clan, who's going to be appearing at the Englert Theater.
That just seems like a total coup to get the GZA for her.
It's pretty cool. Exciting for us. That was one of the first things that we got ready to go for this year.
Are you going to try to feature like one member of the Wu-Tang Clan a year? Like, wasn't there like 47 members? So
We've never entertained that idea, but now I think you're onto something. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have that. We have here at the Mill the Mountain Goats on Friday night with John Vanderslice, which is something that the Mountain Goats in particular we've been pursuing just about every year.
Yeah, I'm personally
And
really excited.
It's finally
You
happened
got
for us.
Mountain Goats.
So Saturday night we have No Age playing at the Picador. Something that sort of came together at the last minute, but we're really excited to have them here and represent sort of a different style altogether than the first two that we've mentioned. So those are, I would say, our biggest headliners.
It doesn't seem like your booking is really dominated by genre. It's more what you guys think is cool, what you think is interesting, what you think people will enjoy, or?
I think that we like to offer a little bit of something for people with a lot of different taste. That's been something that we've always pursued, being people with, I think, a diverse musical taste. And we recognize that not everyone in Iowa City has the same ideas about what kind of music they want to see. And we want to offer something that everybody can get really excited about.
I think it's one of the most diverse lineups I've seen for a festival, maybe ever. So it's pretty.
Wow.
It's pretty. That's pretty cool. I think it's a great thing. So how do you guys balance your local and national acts on the roster?
Well, one thing that's always been really important to us is the ability to pair up local bands with nationally touring bands who are going to come to Iowa City, draw a big audience, because our scene, our music scene here is so rich and so talented and so diverse. So it's a little bit of careful programming, but one of the things that we like to do is have bands play with touring artists who maybe they would be really excited about playing with, or they wouldn't typically get to share the stage with.
Cool. That's a pretty great plan.